Exodus 16. God sends bread from heaven. After leaving Elim, the Israelites continued their journey through the desert. Before long, the food they had brought from Egypt was gone. The people became hungry and began to complain. They said to Moses and Aaron, "If only we had stayed in Egypt, at least there we had food to eat. Now we are going to starve out here in the wilderness." The Israelites were angry and frustrated. They forgot how God had saved them from slavery and protected them at the sea. Then God spoke to Moses.
"I will rain bread down from heaven for you," God said. "Each day the people must go out and gather only enough for that day. In this way I will test whether they will follow my instructions."
Moses told the people that God had heard their complaints. He explained that they were not really complaining against him, but against the Lord. That evening, something amazing happened. Quail came and covered the camp, providing meat for the people to eat. The next morning, when the dew lifted from the ground, thin white flakes covered the desert floor. The Israelites looked at it and asked, "What is it?" because they had never seen anything like it before. Moses told them it was the bread God had given them. God had clear instructions.
"Each person must gather only what they need for one day," God said. "Do not keep any of it until morning."
Some people did not listen. They kept extra food, but by morning it was spoiled and full of worms. The people learned that God wanted them to trust Him daily. On the sixth day, the people gathered twice as much food. Then God explained why.
"Tomorrow is a day of rest, a holy Sabbath,"
God said.
"Bake and cook today what you need. There will be no bread on the ground tomorrow."
On the seventh day, some people still went out looking for food, but there was none. God said to Moses,
"How long will you refuse to keep my commands?"
The people finally rested, just as God had instructed. God told Moses to keep a jar of manna so future generations would remember how he fed his people in the wilderness. The Israelites ate manna every day for 40 years until they reached the land God had promised them. God provided for them day after day, teaching them to trust Him completely. Lesson for kids. God knows what we need even before we ask. He wants us to trust Him one day at a time. When we listen and obey, God provides, protects, and cares for us. God is faithful, and He never forgets His people. The end.